So the number one topic about what we're confused about is how we get that linear regression line. So I'm going to do a two-part video series here. I'm going to show you how to do it in the graphing calculator, and I'm going to show you one of our options for an online tablet. What I've pulled right here is, you might remember the candy bar lesson or activity from a little bit ago. I just took half the data, so there's not as much to enter, but you see that we've got our sugar and we've got our calories. So when you've got your graphing calculator and you turn it on, you're going to come here to stats, which is right here next to the keypad. And the first thing we need to do is we need to edit our lists or input our data. So it's already highlighted. I'm going to click enter. And now what I need to do is enter in my data. So I'm going to go one column then the next. And so I'm just going to click 45, hit enter. And I just need to make my way down my list. So 45, 107, 62, 44, 79, and 60. And once I've finished that first list, I'm just going to hit the right arrow and I can move over to L2. And I can go down my list there. 450, 570, 480, 370, 790, and 420. And I'm just going to double check. You always want to make sure that you didn't miss anything. So you can probably see that I've got the dotted lines on both sides. So I've got the same number of entries. At this point, we want to run our stats test. Depending on how much data you have, maybe worth it to just kind of spot check a few numbers, make sure they match up. You didn't change just one digit by typing it in wrong. It's super easy for that to happen. But once we've entered our data, all you got to do is go back to stat. But now we're going to switch over to the calc part. So I'm going to use the right arrow to get to the calc part. And I'm going to scroll down the list until I get to linear regression a plus bx, which I believe is number 8. Let's double check. So I'm just going down. And sure enough, we're right there at linear regression a plus bx. Once I've got that, I'm going to hit enter. Okay. And it's going to ask, hey, do you want to do linear regression a plus bx? I believe the 84s now will have you go down till it says calculate. That's totally okay. Either way, we're going to hit enter, and it spits out for us both our y-intercept, which is the letter A, our slope, which is the letter B, r squared, which we don't know yet, and our correlation coefficient. Okay, so that is the steps you would need to take to enter that in on the calculator. I hope that was helpful. If you do that and your screen right now doesn't show the r squared and the r, mention it tomorrow. There's a step we need to do in order to get your calculator in the right feature. So if you're using an 84 or an 84 emulator, maybe an app on your phone, those are the steps you need to take in order to get that linear regression line. Just to hedge my bets, basically what I'm going to do right here is take those numbers, and I would be able to say that my equation would be y equals 253.59, I guess I would round to 60, plus 3.93x. And that would be now my equation of my linear regression line.